Shalom, shalom.
Yo, what's up, fam? Shalom to everyone out there.
What up, what up?
Glad y'all tuned back in.
Shalom, shalom.
Love and light, love and light.
Already, man.
Yes.
You don't hear anything? Remember your connection?
You're not connected, bro.
You ain't connected.
Mic check, mic check. No, I'm just kidding.
Should be on the side somewhere.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, mic check. All right, fam. What's good? I think we got one for y'all today. And we're going to be talking about dreams and how they can physically help you if you're aware of them, and how we can gain interpretations of them and everything like that. But we're going to go into the discussion of it. I'm going to ask some questions out there, and we'll see what the brothers can come up with. All right, y'all down with that?
Oh, can I make corrections from last week? It's real quick.
Go ahead.
I kept saying when we were talking about the hypnotist, I kept saying suggestions.
Okay.
I meant regressions.
Regressions.
It was regressive therapy.
Okay, gotcha.
So if anybody goes back and look, and they're looking at the conversation about death, and I was talking about Dolores Cannon, Dr. Newton, so on and so forth. When they do regressive therapy, hypnotic regressive therapy, I kept saying suggestion. So no, I wasn't suggesting that they were suggesting what they were seeing. I meant regressions.
Yeah,
that was it.
Okay, cool. All right, so who want to tackle the first question?
Just ask it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, what are dreams, and why do we have them?
Remember, any answer that's given is not the answer; it's a answer.
Right.
And we're not proposing that this is the only answer. And just even saying that, the why we have them is multiplicitous.
Right.
Multifaceted.
Yes. So one understanding that I have of dreams, it's when you leave here and you go to the other side of where you originally came from. We would call it the spiritual realm, the astral realm, the non-physical. When you look at certain circles, they talk about the what is that called? The cord. I can't remember. Is it the golden cord? Man.
I don't think it's the golden cord.
It's not the golden cord. It's the cord. It's a cord that's connected to your physical body to your spiritual body, and you have different bodies as far as your mental body, emotional body, etheric body, physical body, so on and so forth. But anyway, when you go into the what we consider the dream realm or the astral realm, there's an actual cord. I think it's the silver cord. That's it. The silver cord.
The silver cord.
It's connected to the body, and you actually continue on learning lessons, communicate with what you consider a spirit guide. In the circles that I deal with, Reiki with Angels, we call it our spiritual support team, or our SST, which could be people you may have known in this lifetime, people that you're really close to in other lifetimes, so on and so forth, include ultimately your higher self. And you go to different schools, different lessons. So ultimately, the body needs rest because it's in the physical realm, but the soul does not rest. The soul does not sleep. The soul continues to do what it does.
Right. So even with that, it's continuing learning or understanding or getting wisdom.
Yes.
Even in the sleep state, or what we would call a sleep state, but we know
We're sleep here and awake there.
Right. Right. Anybody want to add anything? You want to add anything to it?
I think that dreams are just I think it's a window to the unconscious mind. I think that there's a lot of symbols and messages and different archetypes that you you come across on a daily basis. And I think that dreams offer that information to you because it's the one part of the experience that's not really subjected to your personal scrutiny on this side.
Okay.
Kind of just tells it like it is.
Okay.
And I think dreams are a form of treatment for the things that you got to work out. So long as you are able to decode them, analyze them, and eventually get to a point where you understand the symbolism that you come across.
Okay. So I wanted to let you know you took my next question.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you took it.
Okay.
It was can dreams provide insight into our subconscious mind?
Mm-hmm.
Which you really just kind of like touched on. You want to go in any deeper on the subconscious mind?
I was thinking about it. Subconscious, below conscious, under the conscious. I'll just see now. So we would say conscious is being awake, actively making decisions in what you want to do, what you like to do, what you don't like, so on and so forth. And there's different understandings of what the subconscious mind, because you have different ways of saying the same thing. You have subconscious mind, which is really programmed information or data that's been collected from, you could say from the time you were born, and you could say from the time you were in the womb till birth until this moment, that is just there. Mm-hmm. It's a pool that you tap into whether you know it or not. Right. That's what makes it subconscious.
Right.
But then you also have what some would call the unconscious or super subconscious or Christ conscious. They use them interchangeably, but it's actually an even deeper layer. So I guess the question would be, which one are you talking about? So, and to make it clear, the subconscious I'm talking about is really, it's kind of, so let's say you have this, we're going to use the term super subconscious. And for the super subconscious, you could use, we say Christ conscious, right?
Right.
Then you have your subconscious, then you have your conscious mind. The subconscious is the medium that the Christ or super subconscious touches, as well as your conscious mind touches that. Mm-hmm. So the information from all things flows into your subconscious mind.
Okay.
While you can draw from your subconscious in your conscious mind. Mm-hmm. Does that make any sense? Mm-hmm. So
I'm with you.
I think Carl Jung calls it what we would call the Christ consciousness, the unconscious collective. How did I say it before, Malak? The unconscious collective mind, where we all share from that one pool of all things, which in spiritual circles they call it the Christ consciousness. But
yes, he refers to it as the collective unconscious.
The collective unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hope that makes sense.
Hopefully so. I understand what you're saying. Now, when it comes down to the listeners, may not. So let's go into just the conscious mind and not the subconscious mind.
Okay. So the conscious mind, this is me talking. Somebody will probably articulate it different on the panel. The conscious mind is who you've created yourself to be. So you've created yourself to be.
So you just made yourself up.
You made yourself up. You made yourself up based on your experience. You made yourself up based on your family values or what you interpret your family values are to be. You made yourself up based on decisions and choices you made throughout your life and going left or going right. Doing whatever it is. What we were talking about earlier? When we initially left, I said you are a conglomerate of your choices.
Right.
right?
Right,
And then,
right.
we say, well, that's his personality. And we could go back to the Greek and we get the word persona, which means the mask you wear.
Right.
So it's, you put on a persona just as well as you could take off the persona.
Right.
In a lot of the circles that I've been in, or that I study, they talk about, does your belief serve you?
Mm-hmm.
Does you, what the things that you believe, does it serve you?
Right.
And is it for your highest good?
Right.
And the only way you will know it is if you apply,
Whatever
you
it
apply that belief, whatever that is, to your reality.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. Anybody else want to tackle that? Seafood, you got something? You good?
I will touch on the collective unconscious
Okay. Go ahead.
because you made a comment about that. So the as I understand it, the collective unconscious it's a part of the human psyche that's shared by all people.
Okay.
Let me see how can I phrase it. It's not necessarily a personal or individual creation, I would offer, but it's more of a collective inheritance that we all share in terms of thought forms.
Okay.
So for an example, something that we kind of say a lot, man, I was just thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just had that thought.
Right.
Oh, I was just dealing, or, it's like,
You just took my question.
right. Or you just took my question.
Right.
Man, I was thinking about seafood, then he called.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, like, it's that, I think that it's that part of the human psyche that demonstrates how we are all connected inwardly.
Mm. Okay.
Right. It's not till you get into like if you want to say the consciousness, right, that's kind of subject to different filters and stuff like that based on, how you perceive through the ocular venue that, you get into all these differences and stuff like that.
Okay. Right. Okay. So my next question would be, so can these dreams that we're having that night be from previous experiences that we had years after or before, or that same day? Even let's say, even is it connected to some of our emotions also?
I would say all of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Can you explain? Or
So the first part you asked me if it's connected to things that you've experienced already.
right, already, or through that day,
Or through
the
that day.
before
I think that whether we're conscious of it or not, everything that we experience in our day, again, goes to your subconscious.
Right.
So
Okay.
everything from
Right.
the moment you wake up and every action that you do, even things that you are not even conscious that you're doing, like driving to work. You may look this way and look that way, but you're really not focused on the things on your peripheral. Yes, your mind picks all that up.
Right.
Your
Right.
mind is aware of it. And then when we say emotions, like depending on the levels of stress, the levels of what you're going through that day emotionally, it all goes into the subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
And because we're so, as human beings, we can get very caught up in our routine that we don't have time to unravel, or we don't make time to unravel things that are going on with us emotionally throughout the day.
Right.
Let alone expand our vision from that tunnel vision of just getting the job done or going through the motions. So what happens is when you go and lay down or you get into a relaxed position, you relax not only physically,
Mm-hmm.
mentally, emotionally, and I'm not. Let me hold off on the mentally, but emotionally, and things just start. They just start putting themselves into the proper place.
Right. Okay.
And when I say let me hold off on mentally, it's because we may not necessarily relax consciously. It's not until we go to sleep.
Okay.
Because consciously, we may sit down and try to relax, but we're still processing information. oh man, did I take care of this? I gotta go to work tomorrow, and you're still going and going and going mentally.
Right.
So I think mentally is the last thing to actually relax. Unless you come up with some type of system of meditation or breathing or whatever the case may be.